Aries, how are you? Welcome to your new moon reading, okay? This is for the new moon in Virgo, which takes place at 4 degrees, okay? And was around 4 a.m. this morning, Eastern Standard Time, okay? That said, the new beginnings that are ripe, okay, for you guys will be in effect for 2 weeks, okay? What I see when I'm looking at the astrology chart, and this was your leader card for my TikTok post for this reading, which I just opened, and will be linked in the description box, is punishment, okay? This and this particular deck has to do with the Hangman and Neptune, all right, which Neptune is in Pisces in your 12th house, okay? So I do feel like a lot of you guys are having some sort of spiritual rebirth at this time, some of which may have been silent for a long time or just kind of under the radar in some ways on a creative front, okay? I don't see a lot of negative aspects to it, but I do feel like there's a strong drive for you just because of this new moon. This new moon squares with your ruler, okay? This new moon is in Virgo. Virgo is making a square to Mars, okay, which is in Gemini, all right? So your ruler is squaring this new moon, okay? So on a chord, it could look like you are challenging your own new beginnings, but I do not see it that way. Instead, I see it as a very strong driving force you have towards communication changes, okay? These may take place in your, though the new moon is in the 6th house of service, the way you are of service to yourself and of service to others is undergoing new change, new beginnings, new transformations. And because your ruling planet is in the 3rd house for you of Gemini, your communications are like the ram is driving force forward. So you may meet with some resistance, which I'll talk about in a minute, because of some of the, there's a grand square in the sky between the North Node, South Node, with the North Node conjunct or nearly conjunct Uranus, okay, which is in Taurus, okay, and the South Node in Scorpio are also in a square with Saturn and Venus and Ceres, okay? So some of you may have challenges to the, first of all, I see in this chart that, like, you know, if you have anything to do with communications, if you work in a service-oriented business, if you're dealing, you know, if you're a doctor, if you're a police officer, if you're in the armed forces, if you're an activist, if you're anything in the service-related industry, I mean, the 6th house can also rule an accountant. I mean, it is a service-related industry. There is a strong drive forward for new beginnings in that industry. You may feel some resistance to the change and you want a large, strong change, okay? You know, and you're communicating about it. You are driving it forward with the activity in the 3rd house. And though it is in square, though Mars is squaring with this new moon, Mars is also trining Mercury, which is the ruler of Gemini and of Virgo, where the new moon takes place. So really, I see a lot of beneficial action, even though, you know, superficially, if you just said, oh, it's in square, your ruler's in square. But when you take into account that the ruler of Gemini and of Virgo is actually trining Mars, that is very, very positive. However, you know, just be careful for burnout. Some of you guys may be resetting your health routine a little bit at this time, or resetting the health routines of others around you. If you have a parent, especially a mother, or if you are a mother or dealing with like mother-like issues, they may be at the forefront of how you readjust your time for the changes that you want, okay? Because Ceres is nearly conjunct to Venus, and Ceres is the divine mother, also associated with the planet of Virgo. So how you view your own mother or feminine figures in your life may be undergoing some change and new beginnings at this time, okay? Take it as it resonates, whether you are that person or you are undergoing changes and restrictions and freeing yourself of past restrictions, because in opposition to Leo is Aquarius, and Aquarius has Saturn in it, which is old karma, timing, and restrictions and duties, okay? Karmic law, right? So there may be, what I got for you, I pulled a 5-card spread, and what I got for you for the first card out in current situation is the Eight of Swords. This is a self-imposed imprisoned, feeling tied up, okay? I feel like for some of you, these feelings have come from where the square is, okay? And the square is touching for you on your 11th house of networks, okay? But because Saturn rules your 10th and your 11th house, because it's the ruler, it's the Greek Hellenistic ruler for Aquarius and for Capricorn, you'll have issues pop up as to both. So especially if you're undergoing a shift or a change in your career, or feel restrictions around your careers or networks, this can feel very restrictive, but it is a self-imposed imprisonment. Do others try and restrict us? Yes, of course they do. But you have the power of your will to change, and to let go of the people that are restricting you if you really want that change, if that makes sense, okay? Within reason, okay? Additionally, you'll find that people that really care about you, once you release them from the restrictions on you, stick around because they care about you, if that makes sense. All right, I also see, Pluto is coming off of its, final phases from now until March of next year in Capricorn. So it's been transiting your 10th house of career for quite a long time, since 2008-9. And if you look at where you are today and the trajectory of where you want to go, I'm sure it is quite different or ever evolving. And you have a supportive trine from Pluto, a loose trine, but a trine nonetheless, from Pluto to Mars and to Mercury, okay, for this new moon. So I do see contracts coming up for you guys, okay, and there may be issues where you need to wrap up contracts, whether they're business partner contracts at this time or contracts dealing with contracts that might deal with marriages or business partnerships, okay? It could be either, okay? But with Neptune in your 12th house, okay, it can really give you a feeling of being at sea, okay? So definitely tap into your intuition at this time. Trust yourself. Tap into meditation if that helps you. An Aries is naturally active and a natural athlete, but more than ever right now, you might benefit from some slower activities as well, or introduction of a little yoga or a little something of this sort here, okay? Because when a ram starts, he doesn't stop. And I see you in full gear right now. I see you in full gear, which is wonderful towards this new beginning. You just may face some resistance, and that resistance may come from the people that are most important to you, or used to be in one way or another. So the transitions there might be rather strong, although I see you guys with Jupiter in your sign. Jupiter is, going to trine anything in Leo, and Ceres and Venus are about middle to latter second decan of Leo. So these are also going to, feel much larger at this time. These issues surrounding feminine figures or mothering issues, and that could be you in your own house. That could be you with a creative project, okay? If you are doing a creative project, you just may want it forward faster than it's going. If that makes sense. If you want a partnership or you want to wrap up a contract, you want to get it done faster than it's going. It will come. I'm so sorry. Hold on one second. So sorry, Aries. Okay, that's on silent. Anyway, we are pulling here with the child and metamorphosis and a butterfly with the moon. So I do feel like a lot of you guys have some huge new beginning here. If you happen to do anything I don't know, if you do anything in activism or anything, and if you are a spiritual practitioner, a health practitioner, or anything like that, I just see hella new beginnings for you guys, and a lot of communications and new contracts coming in for you, okay? So that said, the present position being the Eight of Swords, again, I just went over that, all the ways that you're tying yourself up from this new beginning, which is here and calling for you, okay? So I would recommend, just click back into your health routines and maybe add a little bit of relaxation, routines as well that'll calm your mind from any of the restrictions coming from those fixed houses, okay? I see that you have been waiting on something. Yeah, now you're pulling here with sore. You've been waiting for something, and it's there is a sign here that what you've worked on manifesting is going to come, because I have that the outcome here is going to be, is the Magician. So will you have to continue in your manifestation phase? Yes. That is a card of Gemini and Virgo. That is a perfect outcome for you to have here, okay, for this new moon, since they're both ruled by Mercury, and this is representative of mercurial energy, okay? And like the suggestion here from the universe of how you can help this process is to keep going after your own wish fulfillment, okay? Because you cannot please all the people all the time, and the restrictions you're having on yourself are not having to do with your soul calling and your forward drive, okay? They're from the outside. Are they people that matter to you? Are they old situations that you care about? Possibly, but not enough to like impede your own soul drive, okay? So I see here, continue to chase your wish fulfillment. This is what you can do to help this along for your new beginning, and the result is the star, Aquarian energy, your 11th house, brand new networks, huge healing, huge uprise there. Some of you could actually be in the public eye. If you are, all the same, whatever it is, it's chasing your own wish fulfillment. It's healing for you and will be the catalyst for these new beginnings. And as long as you keep your focus on yourself first, which you are Ram, and you know, but a Ram gets a bad rap for that, in my opinion. I'm sure there's some Rams with, you know, a bunch of other stuff in their chart that makes them somewhat self-centered, and yes, they like to be the best. But they like to be the best because of the people that they care about. You know, they like to be number one. They like to be number one because of the people in their lives that matter to them. They're cardinal sign. So, anyways, I don't know. I just see a lot of positive momentum for you guys at this new moon. Okay. I hope that was helpful. I'm going to move to Taurus, and I'm going to be doing separate readings for September. Okay, I'll start filming those today or tomorrow. Okay, I'll start with Virgo since it's their birthday month. I always do that. Bye, Aries. Let me know how it goes. I'll be thinking. Hi, Taurus. I am here to do your new moon reading for the new moon in Virgo. Okay, and your starter card from my mini read, okay, the other day that I posted on TikTok was the Five of Pentacles. I think maybe Capricorn also got the Five of Pentacles, which is interesting because Pentacles are associated with earth elements. But you do have Uranus going through your sign, okay? The last time Uranus went through Taurus was the Roaring 20s, okay? I think we all know what happened to the economy over that time. You guys could have experienced a lot of changes, and it doesn't just have to be monetarily, okay, since Uranus entered your sign, okay, because the Five of Pentacles can also have to do with feelings of abandonment, lack mindset, or, you know, old childhood wounds as well, okay? So these things may have been undergoing a great transition. And you have this new moon in your 5th house, okay? Virgo is your 5th house. The 5th house for you is joy, love, creativity, happiness, okay, and children. So you may have new beginnings around your children. Some of you may have actually had a child within the past year, because I do have Venus, your ruler, with Ceres. Some of you may have had a child within the past few months, maybe expecting, may have a new mother-like figure in the home. All of these things may be changing, okay? Or undergoing massive transitions, and you know, they may have been for a long time, but now you may be in a phase of new beginnings with it, okay? New beginnings within yourself that you want to sow in this regard. So I'm going to pull a 5-card spread on the current situation, okay? The reasoning behind that situation, okay? Of the new seeds that you want to plant, and I'm probably going to pull a couple clarifiers for you as well, okay? Since you do have Uranus in your sign, and there is a grand square in the sky with the nodes, okay, as well as with Saturn, all right? So, and I do feel like a lot of you may have had may be under a lot of responsibilities at work, or big changes at work. Some of you may have actually had a promotion over this period, you know, not just a lack, but a promotion. But there may be some feelings of lack somewhere that are coming up, either, you know, just kind of going around the ring. If your career is popping off, how am I taking care of my home? How am I taking care of my children? There's something here going on, especially around feminine figures that I see at this time, okay? For a lot of the signs, but in particular for you in the 4th house and in the 5th house, since these are popping off for new beginnings. Things that you want to reset at this time, okay? Your ruler is in your 4th house in Leo, and Mars, okay? A driving force for what we value, okay, in personal relationships, all right, is inside of Gemini, okay, your 2nd house, all right? And that is creating a trine with Mercury, the ruler okay, of Gemini, as well as for the new moon, the ruler for the new moon, which just entered Libra, which is all about balance and fairness, okay, in the law and also in partnerships and things of the like, all seventh house areas, okay. That said, you know, I feel like there's a driving force towards this rebirth, okay, that is positively supported by the trine to Mercury, okay, the ruler for this, for Virgo and for Gemini. All right. Otherwise, that square might be a little bit harder, but instead, I think that square is actually going to drive the change forward for a lot of the signs. Okay. So I am pulling here with the Four of Pentacles. So I do hold. See, there's something you're holding on tight to here, Taurus. When I get the Five of Pentacles and then the Four of Pentacles, there's something you don't want to let go of, and it could be your money. It could be a person or something else. I have the Queen of Swords here as the current situation. Hold on. Going on here, Taurus. Five of Wands. There's some sort of, I've got 2 5s now. There's a lot of changes going on, okay, in your life right now. And I mean, that is to be expected anyways because of the transitions, which have been rough on everybody, but particularly just crazy the past few months astrology wise. Okay, we've had some of the craziest transits of the year, or the toughest, or just most challenging. And the most, you just pulled another 5, the 5 of Cups. Okay, so what I see here, this is very interesting. I see you mourning, like there's a lot of sadness here, Taurus. I feel like some of you could be mourning an old relationship. Some of you may be mourning some childhood wounds here, okay? Some of you, if you are very happy at home but just became a parent or a mother, you may be mourning the loss of your independence and freedom. I mean, that can happen. You know, I mean, that's a big transition to have a new baby in the house, you know? But I feel like it's more than that. Okay, I feel like it's more than that. I see you holding on dearly to something. Okay, I see the cause of that being that, hold on, the Queen of Swords here, that's either you or somebody else, okay? The likely outcome is that you're going to keep fighting here with the Five of Wands, or there's, you know, and you're going to live to fight another day. You're not giving up. And I do see that here, that you're working to balance everything out, even though you feel like, you know, dueling pressures from every major area of your life right now because of this grand square in the sky. It's hitting everybody, but for you, it's hitting, you know, the 4th house, the 10th house, you know, and the 7th house. You know, these are major access points, okay, for the major sections of our life that you can't really avoid, you know. Hold on, I just want to pull a couple extra things here. Yeah, I feel like some of you, if some of you are in separation from somebody or missing somebody that you used to be with, there's just been a lot of change, I feel like, at home, and for some of you in multiple areas here on those access points as this has gone around the wheel, okay? But I see you with this driving force, okay, to really want to create, you know, a drive force, a legacy here, okay? Now, there may be some 12th house vibes or secretive vibes to what you're going through right now because it also rules Aries. Mars also rules Aries, which is in your 12th house, okay? So what you want right now may be a deeply transformational on the inside, like that you're not even talking about all of it, if that makes sense. You know, and I think a lot of it, you know, there's a driving force here for changes in income, what you value, and that's in personal relationships as well, okay? And issues of the old and the new for legacy and deep sexually transformative relationships, things of this nature, all right? So this new beginning in the 5th house is very, very large and very, very deep for you, okay? I want 3 on this. Give me 3 on this 5 of Pentacles here. No, I want 3 on this Queen of Swords. I got 3 5s on a 5 card. I mean, it's a 6 card with your, yeah. Holy shit. I feel like some of you are taking a rest. There's some relationship, big love relationship issue here, okay, that you're thinking about deeply, okay? There's some you know, I don't like ending here. I mean, there is so much change here. The Five of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, and the Five of Cups. That's like morning. I mean, this is crazy. Hold on. You guys have given me some crazy reads lately. I'm not going to leave you hanging. These are shorter reads, but I'm not going to leave you hanging on a pull like this. Give me this Four of Pentacles for my Taurus, please. On this Queen of Swords, I got the King of Cups, the King of Swords, and the Four of Swords. Some of you literally may be holding on to a past relationship or having severe issues in your current relationship, okay? And that you're in a recovery period over, and you may have to draw form bound. Okay, this Four of Pentacles, wow. If you have Aqua in your chart or dealing with an Aquarius, you're showing up like crazy here. Okay, because on this Four of Pentacles, I'm getting the High Priestess, the Star, whatever you're holding on to here. If it's healing or something you're not talking about, it could be secretive. You could be like healing something on it, like doing a lot of inward healing, yeah. Doing a lot of inward healing, okay? And there may be a strong drive towards it, and the way you value things, because that's a second house issue as well. It's not just income. It's you know, the natural home plate for you guys, okay? But, you know, obviously if you're in here for a rising, you're on the first house. But it's a second house is everything we value, what we find beautiful. And that's what we value in relationships as well. Don't forget the second opposes the eighth house of deep sexual relationships and transformative things. And I see a very large drive via a trine with Pluto right now for that. So just because it's like everything's transforming here, all right? And some of you are going to be deciding, you know, some of you may have to decide between two people, okay? A King of Swords and a King of Cups, all right? For others of you, I feel like there is a relationship here that is on a rest and retreat or some sort of reconsideration here in some way or another, okay? Because you may not be happy, okay? This popped up in another reading. 2 readings I've done for you in the past 2 months, okay? The same kind of energy is popping up. So I guess that's I'm pulling on a Taurus that needs this. On the Five of Wands, I get the Empress and the Seven of, there you are. On the Five of Wands, I get the Empress and the Seven of Pentacles. This is like in line with the past 2 or 3 readings I've done for you. What is this Eight of Wands here? Ace of Wands. The Sun. Holy shit. Okay, hold on. Some of you have somebody you're holding on to from the past, or somebody that you're wanting that you're not with right now, okay? This has come up before, okay? Some of you may feel like you have restrictions around going after this person because of this Grand Square or something of this sort. Or may have gotten stuck in some sort of relationship due to, I don't know, a child or something of this sort. Hold on. On the Five of Cups over here on the end, I just pulled the Five of Wands. Like, this is nuts. Hold on. Give me 2 more on this. I feel as if if you feel like you can't win for losing here on something to do with love. I'm just going to be honest. You have the Queen of Swords here, okay? I have a deeply emotional relationship here and possibly a decision between 2 people, okay? You may feel like you have to cut somebody out or there may be people competing for you, Taurus, all right? But you're gonna have to make a decision and move, all right? It's what you can do to help or hinder the situation. On that, I have the Eight of Wands. That's a movement, that's travel, that's communication, that's communicate. You need to communicate. I feel like there's a lot under the surface that you're not communicating about. I feel like you're going like around wheels in a cog, trying to Taurus loves stability, you know, trying to take care of everything. and everything's fine on the surface, but underneath it's like there's a boiling pressure of desire for emotional fulfillment somewhere, or something like this that I'm sensing here that keeps popping up in your readings. And what I have here is like, and this is what's crazy, is that how will it's like if you don't do this, if you don't, Eight of Wands, it's like move towards what? Like the Ace of Wands, the Sun, and the Page of Swords. I feel like if there's a decision that you needed to make about where your passions lie or where your happiness is, it's like you're just like vacillating on the side here forever and not making a move. And you need to make a move. And if you don't, it's like Five of Cups, Five of Wands. You know, I've got the Knight of Wands and like the Page of Wands. So it's like, I don't know, I feel like you feel like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. And for some of you, I feel like if you go after what you want, you have to break somebody else's heart or something of this sort is here. Sorry, Taurus. I can't wait to do your monthly read now. I've seen you guys in this, for Taurus keeps popping up for me for like a month or two. It's been popping up on readings. Okay. You have some like harvest that you've already planted somewhere, and you're questioning whether it's worth it. Okay. Again, these motherly issues are coming. So even if you're a masculine, there are issues about what is a divine feminine for you. What's the ultimate wife, mother material, what's hot to you, what's beautiful to you, what you value in a relationship is undergoing a massive change. All right, and I went over it. I can't go over it in too much detail, and here, go look at those past readings if this is resonating for you. But what I will say is there is a new beginning, and for some of you, this new beginning has to do with you feeling left out in the cold for too long here. Okay, but I show that some of it is because you've been holding secrets about the way you feel and what you really want to work on, what you want to invest your time in, what you want to become a master at. There's something inside here that you're holding on to very, very tightly and you're not talking about. All right, and the basis and the reason I show for that is that you have to make a cut. You have to make a cut to a love relationship or something else here, you know, that you've been sleeping on to get what you want. You've been closed mouth. For the Taurus that's showing up here, all right? And I do show that there's competition, or you still want to get in the ring or something of this sort here. Hold on. You know, and the advice on how you can help is to communicate, you know, chase your sun. Stop vacillating a decision. Communicate, you know. Hang on, I just want to give you something else. It's like, yeah, there might be somebody with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio that you're highly attracted to that you're not with. I show that like if you make moves or something of this sort, that things should get better by the summer. It's just what I'm getting. I have a divine couple here because I have the King and the Queen of Swords on this current scenario with the King of Cups, and it's like somebody's sleeping on their love or resting on their laurels or something here. Something needs to, and then down here I have got the Summer, the Queen of Water, and the Moon. So I feel like there is a new beginning. And you know, hey, maybe if there's been like some blended family scenario, there's just some healing around that, an old pain that you're releasing and processing. For the majority of you, it shows up as much more than that, and it has for like a month or two. For this small, I know it's not going to be all the Tauruses, but whatever Taurus I keep picking up on, it just keeps popping. So the advice from the universe is to chase this new beginning, okay, which is exactly in, you know, romance and passion. Eight of Wands, communicate, okay? Ace of Wands, Sun, Page of Swords. You've already made a decision about where your sun lies, where your passions lies, what you want to communicate about, where you want to move towards. You know, that's what you can do. And if you don't, it's like you sit here in this morning, you'll be unhappy. Five of Cups is like mourning loss, like of not, you know, why didn't I go after that? Why didn't I speak up? Why didn't I something here, big Taurus. Anyway, let me know how it goes. I will see you in your regular reading. I'm sorry, this is a short one, but those new beginnings are in romance and children and creativity. Go after them. You deserve it. Okay? See you later, Taurus. Hi, Gemini. I am starting your new moon reading with the Queen of Wands, which I have to redact this Queen of Wands a little bit, but this is what you pulled in my starter one card pull on TikTok that I did for this new moon reading in Virgo at 4 degrees. Okay, it is squaring off with Mars, which is in your sign. However, it's in trine to Mercury, the ruler for you, and the ruler for Virgo, which is in Libra. So I see that as beneficial. Also, it's in a loose trine with Pluto, so it's almost like a grand trine, and Pluto's orb can get, you know, pretty large. So I think that you have a lot of support for transformative discussions around this time, transformative communications in the area of home and children, romance, and creativity. Okay, you have new starts possibly at home. All right, if you work from home or have had changes in the work situation from home or children's schedules or anything of this sort, okay, you know, it is a great time to get into the new routine of that for the next 2 weeks. Okay, I can see that popping. Furthermore, Aries is your 10th house, okay, or your 11th house rather, okay, of networks and good spirits. So I see a lot of positive drive and momentum, especially since Jupiter and Chiron, you know, are, you know, in loose trine with the aspects going through, with the planetary aspects going through Leo, including Venus and Ceres. Okay, so I see this as a very beneficial time for you guys in general, where especially if you work from home or have had new beginnings in romance, you know, this also can be very, very hot, you know, very hot lovemaking at this time for you, you know, and very passionate discussions. If you speak for a living, you know, your drive, you know, if you're a preacher or a motivational speaker, anything of this sort, you know, you're going to be popping right now. Okay, for new beginnings, especially if it's something that you, if you help people in the home, if you do anything in relation in that way, I do see, you know, a lot of new beginnings there for that, okay? And again, it is trining off, so I feel like you have support from your romantic partners and, or your children or something of this sort, or just like a positive motivational force around you at this time, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to be pulling a 5-card spread for you guys today. Looks like my deck's upside down. I'm not going to read a reversal in here unless it pops out in reverse. Okay, especially with my deck turned upside down. Your starter card is the Chariot, so again, that just is like, again, telling me that you are driving forward under, you know, positive momentum, okay, from Aries, especially where Jupiter is in Aries right now, okay, towards new things. All right, this is towards a victory. All right, the Chariot card is also associated with the sign of Cancer. Okay, so I do see, you know, a strong drive with you guys because Mars is in your sign towards victory, whatever victory means for you right now. I went over how this new moon and the astrology houses play out for you. Okay, I see behind that for some of you it does have to do with work, friendships, and collaboration, because you have the 3 of Pentacles here. Okay, I do think that if you are engaging in any new contracts or new collaborations come across from you for work or anything else right now, that they're going to be very beneficial, because I have Justice here. All right, card of Major Arcana for Libra. You have a ton of Major Arcana here. All right, every other card is a Major Arcana here. All right. And Justice is, you know, like I said, Major Arcana card for Libra, which is exactly where Mercury, your ruler, is, and where the ruler of Virgo, okay, who has housing this new moon, all right, is right now. It just entered Libra. So I see that if you do, if you collaborate, if you form new friendships, if somebody comes along to you, or there's a contract that comes along to you right now, it's going to be very beneficial. Okay, what can you do to help this along for your new beginnings here? Especially, I have the Knight of Cups, and how will that change things? I have the High Priestess. So especially if you're a healer of any kind, or you work in something secretive or with spirituality or anything of this sort, you're going to achieve a much higher rung if you continue on at this time in bringing your craft and or your creativity forward. Okay, it's going to bring you behind the veil, okay, so that you can forward your career, forward whatever it is that you're working on. I feel like it's pretty major here for a lot of you, Gemmy. It just looks freaking gorgeous. Okay, now some of you may be bringing a love offer to somebody with a lot of Pisces in their chart. That is another possibility here with this. And if you are probably very highly attracted to this person, with the Queen of Fire being your overall energy. Okay, let me know how it goes. I'll see you later, Jenny. Hi, Cancer. How are you guys? I hope you guys are doing well. I have your leader card here, okay, from the TikTok, which we just started. One card pull, which I did your leader card for this reading in there, and did a different pose for every one of you guys, okay? And your leader for this new moon was the Six of Wands, which is a victory, or could also be challenges from the ego, yours or others, okay, that you need to tend with, okay? And that can happen because there is a grand cross in the sky at this time, even though there is a very large push that's beneficial for new beginnings in Virgo at 4 degrees, okay? Virgo is your third house of communications, networks, siblings, okay? Neighbors, things of this sort. You can have new beginnings around this time with these things, okay? And plant new seeds, all right? In your life and the lives of others around you, since it's a third house vibe. Additionally, there is a square from your 12th house, so I feel like some of your plans or things that you want and the drive behind those things may have been somewhat secret. For some of you, there could be a secret relationship or a secret passionate communication, sexting, texting kind of thing. For some of you, there could be, okay? But for the large majority of you, I see a big drive around something that's been brewing inside of you that maybe you haven't expressed, that you want to bring change or sow new seeds in, okay? In third house areas, okay? Exactly what I said, all right? Furthermore, there is a beneficial trine, okay, from Mercury, the ruler of Gemini and Virgo, okay, which is in Libra, okay, right at the third, fourth house cusp for you guys, okay? So, you know, basically, you know, there may be a lot of communication surrounding home or the home environment or things of this sort, things of this nature, okay? So this can almost give off a networks and familial vibe at once, okay, for new beginnings, all right? All right, and you're pulling here with the current scenario as a Two of Swords, so I feel like, yeah, this is about major. And then the Four of Wands, okay? I feel like you've been in a period of indecision for a little while, and again, I feel like that indecision has been brewing in the background. Pulling here, Two of Swords, Four of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel like if you get off the fence and make a decision, which I feel like you do want to make a decision, you have a drive for action here that, like I said, has been brewing in the background, okay? And it might have been brewing in the background. Oh my God, you can't get any better than this. It ends with the Six of Wands, which was your starter card. So I'm just so excited about that. All right, Seven of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. Wow. And the Two of Pentacles. Okay, you got to make some decisions here to free yourself up, okay, because there's a Tower here as well, okay? But that Tower may blow to your own ego, especially when you have 12th house areas that are also of prominence. That's a lot of underground work. That's a lot of inward spiritual work. That's, you may be like blasting your own tower here, okay? Or feeling like you've been at a crossroads a long time about what a victory is, but you feel this driving force, you know, underneath the surface in this 12th house area that's driving you towards change in third, fourth house cusp like issues, okay, for you right now, okay? That's either further like, and the thing is the universe is telling you here to make a decision, get off the fence towards the foundations that you want, okay? Four of Wands, okay? What will the outcome be? Ten of Pentacles. The ultimate in security and wealth, okay? And I feel like this is crossing bases with third and fourth house issues for you guys, okay? What can you do to help or hurt this? I have a Tower here, okay? Highly linked to Mars, Saturn, and Uranus, all right? Which there is a square in the sky between those right now, okay? Or we're coming off of a square in the sky with those right now. All right, Uranus and Saturn are still in square, and will continue to get closer in orb degree to that square through October. So the tension of this is just going to get stronger and stronger, okay? And with this blasted tower and the Six of Wands, I'm going to pull a couple clarifiers because it could be that if you let your ego get in the way, that it could mess you up. However, for others of you, I feel like there's changes you want to make in third and fourth house areas that you feel like an underground, almost like spiritual vibe calling to make changes as to, okay, that you may not be expressing, okay, currently. You're pulling here with the Queen of Fire and a Princess of Earth. Okay, you may be dealing with a child or a younger person that is in Earth sign here, all right? And somebody with fire in their chart, does not have to be, but there's some sort of passionate new drive here, okay? All right, and you know, this Princess of Earth is highly linked to Virgo. So again, I feel like there are some strong changes as to that, okay? Hold on, I just want to pull a couple things here. I want to pull one of these before I speak on this further, okay? But I think for the majority of you, your victory lies in, you know, creating some change. Blast a tower, okay? That change may be smoldering for you on the inside, almost like somebody's gnawing at you spiritually to take some action on some front. Okay, you know how that applies to you. In particular, Cancer, okay? I can't answer that for all of you. I'm reading for too many of you. We're popping here with the bond. I feel like this is highly tied to third and fourth house relationship issues. Okay, the blasted tower could be indicative of Scorpionic energy, but I really link the death card to Scorpio, and I link this blasted tower to the aspects that we have, or aspects that play off between Mars and Uranus and Saturn, which we just came off of one of those. Yeah, that way, and it's like bond and soar. Okay, yeah. There's some big things here, all right? And it may cause a tower for you to get your victory, and may cause a tower in other people's lives because you may be upsetting other people's structures in one way or another here, okay? Take it as it resonates. And as I'm discussing that, the tower falls back on. I'm doing a 5-card pull here with one card from the other day, and I've had 2 repeaters so far in different decks. Okay. All right, I want something on this Two of Swords. Give me 3 on this Two of Swords. I'm not usually pulling a lot of clarifiers in here. However, I did for Taurus on a couple things. Okay, on the Two of Swords, I'm pulling Temperance. Page of Cups and Judgment. So I do feel like for some of you guys, there's issues surrounding creativity or an apology or some sort of something here, okay, that you're being divinely called to do. Inward soul calling here with Temperance and Judgment here. That's like double. That's like double, especially with the shit that's going through your 12th house, okay? With, you know, so I don't know. I just, you know, there's something up here. Okay, Mars is going through your 12th house. Okay, furthermore, Jupiter, which is the ruler of Sagittarius, and Temperance is a Sagittarius card, is in Aries. All right, so again, I feel like these like issues are just popping all over the chart here. Let's see. For a lot of you, you already know what you need to do. I feel like that's what it is saying here. The ones that this is going to resonate for a very few small portion of you, this is a warning against letting your ego rule. But for the large majority of Cancers, I don't see that. Or like if you let your ego take over, that you could lose, you know, something of this sort. But for the majority of Cancers, I don't see that being the case. Okay, I see it playing out the other way, and that you have some changes you want to do. You know exactly what they are, where you want to sow these new seeds. A lot of this has to do with major foundations and family. 3rd and 4th house matters, okay, towards a victory. All right, hold on. And you know exactly what you've been sitting on the fence about. However, you may have not. Yeah, it's like, here we go, movement and communication. 8 of Wands. Okay, give me this Tower. Give me this Tower. On this tower, some of you have been holding off on some sort of decision or some sort of family matter or something, okay? Where there's, you know, for a very small portion of you, you've been lying to yourselves about something to do with family or something very nostalgic or a soul tie here, okay? Because I have the 7 of Swords, 6 of Cups, and the Hangman, okay? all right, for a large portion of you, I feel like this is about getting off the fence and not sacrificing yourself to a higher place of consciousness about what you want, okay, on a soul level to change or transform, okay? And for the large majority of you, the victory comes in that, okay? For a very small portion of Cancers, this could be a warning against some sort of thievery or something of this sort, okay? Lying, stealing, cheating, manipulation, okay, with this Tower, all right? If you let your ego rule the day. However, I would say for 90% of the Cancers, it's not going to play out that way, okay? And this new beginning is exactly as I said it. For the ones that it's not, this is just a warning about making sure you're aligning from within, from a very spiritual heart space zone, okay? And then taking actions from there. And as long as you do, you'll be fine. Okay, Cancer, I love you guys. I'll see you later. I'll see you for your regular reading. I hope you have a wonderful Virgo season. Hi, Leo. How are you? I am here to do your quick new moon spread, okay, for the new moon, which is in Virgo, okay, which takes place in your second house if you're a true Leo rising, okay. A great time for new beginnings as it relates to income sources and the things we value, including in personal relationships, the things we find beautiful, the things we adorn our home with, the things we find, art we find beautiful, all sorts of things like that. Okay, these things may be undergoing massive transition since since Uranus entered Taurus for you. Okay, your first pull for your overall energy was a 9 of Wands on the TikTok reading I did, which was a 1-card pull, which I promised this would be the starter for this read, and so it is. You pulled with the 9 of Wands. I'm going to be pulling a 5-card spread on the current scenario for the new seeds that you want to lay in these areas at this time. That said, there is a grand cross in the sky between the North Node, which is nearly conjunct Uranus and Taurus, your sign, which is housing currently Taurus's ruler Venus, and Ceres, okay, the Divine Mother, also associated with Virgo, and which is in opposition to Saturn, all right, restrictions and the laws of karma, okay, and Father Time, which is in Aquarius, okay, and the South Node, which is in Scorpio. So I feel like there are a lot of mother issues and issues surrounding just feminine figures in general, and what we consider attractive at this time are going under major transitions. All right, obviously women's issues are at the forefront off and on right now as well. All right, having Venus in the middle of your sign definitely ups your attraction. What you find attraction, or Venusian-like figures if you're a masculine, or if you're a feminine that it likes other feminines, you may have actually had a Venusian-like figure into your life, okay, or have one on your mind, okay, especially if that person represents a divine feminine figure to you, okay, somebody that you would consider like a queen or above in tarot, okay, in tarot land, okay. Let's see, what else did I want to mention about this? Anyway, I feel like some of you guys may be facing your own restrictions if you are a feminine about what it means to be a divine feminine. These may be under transition and examination towards like a new path towards the future, okay, with Uranus in the North Node in Taurus, okay. For you guys in particular, that would be in your 10th house. So, and I think I've touched on this before, that a lot of you guys may be undergoing some serious like career transitions, okay, all right, and letting go of the past, okay, or starting new sources of income, all right, and this new moon may lay the seeds for some of that. I mean, some of you guys could be taking a break to stay at home, you know, things of this nature, to spend more time with your children. I mean, these things can happen around these kinds of transits. That said, for my lovely Leo, when I have 5 cards, please. Let's get your first card. The Hermit, okay, Virgo energy, okay. That's the present scenario, and that is the present scenario, okay. Virgo's ruler, Mercury, is in trine with Mars, which is in, trine with Mars, which is in Gemini, okay, and Mercury also rules Gemini, okay. So I find this to be beneficial, even though there is a square between the new moon and Mars. I feel like in this scenario, because Mars is also trine with Virgo's ruler and Gemini's ruler, that it's not a hard square. It is just like a driving force for changes that we want at this time. Sorry. Anyway, all right, we have a Princess of Wands here as the cause behind the Hermit. Some of you may be secretive about some explorations of some new beginnings or some wounded feelings that you have. You may not be talking about them much, okay, for some of you, all right? But I do see that if you do explore these things, all right, that you will be fortuitous, because here's the Wheel of Fortune, and Jupiter, all right, connected to the Wheel of Fortune happens to be in Aries, all right, which is trining anything in Leo, all right, and came off of a major trine with Venus recently as well, okay? So I do feel like a lot of you guys have a lot of fortune at this time and a lot of ability to increase your income, whether you have it currently or not, is like on the fore, okay? And what the universe is saying here is to continue to explore, and if you do so and you keep making slow, reliable steps towards the changes you want, okay, that you will be able to be successful. I do have a Five of Swords here, right, which is like, I'm not crazy about that energy. I wanna clarify that. Hold on. All right, and I think that, hold on. Clarify this Five of Swords for me, for my lovely Leo. I think you need to make slow, reliable steps away from, yeah. Some of you, have been in a long engaged battle of some sort or another. And it's like Five of Swords is an energy of win at all costs or being defeated. Okay. And, you know, some of you, you know, have had your light turned upside down, because I have the King on this Five of Swords. I asked for clarifiers, and I got the King of Wands. Okay, Leo, Sag, Aries energy. The Sun in reverse, that's one of your cards, all right, and the Seven of Cups in reverse. So I feel as if for you guys to step back into your kingdom of power, you need to illuminate some things to yourself about the ways and manners in which you may have been behaving in a Five of Swords like manner for too long. There is a time to engage in win at all costs, which a Leo likes to win. A Leo does like to be the best, you know. They like to rule their pride. I mean, you know, that is a natural inclination of a Leo. However, the particular Leo that is showing up here, there is a warning from the universe not to live in a Five of Swords too long. That is a high, you know, cortisol, you know, adrenaline rush, fight or flight, fight for a Leo. Mode, all right, that you can only live in for so long before the light shuts down and you burn out. So what I'm showing here is that, like, for you to remain in the upright, you can't stay in that energy too long, okay? The Ten of Cups, this may have to do with family or happiness at home or shutting out other options towards your happiness, something of this sort here, okay? For some of you guys is showing up. For the majority of Leos, it's like, let time take its course, all right, and do your inward reflective work here. And if you do, because the Nine of Wands can also be a feeling of burnout. Like, I've fought so many battles, I can't keep going. You know, obviously a lion doesn't stop hunting until it dies, or it dies, you know. But I feel like some of you guys may feel like you've just been burning the candle a long time, you know, and you're in need of rest. You're in need of recuperation. You're in need of some solitude, some inward reflection on what you find beautiful, what you value in relationships, okay? All of Venusian-like themes, all right, especially with Venus moving through your sign, can be of importance right now, okay? Hold on one second. Give me this Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like this, yeah, it's like, some of you have been waiting for like things to blow up or something of this sort. And it's like, again, with this feeling of like everything's going to crumble down around me at any moment or something like this. Okay, and this is only going to apply for some of you, because what I'm showing for the majority of you is, as long as you do this inward reflective work about your exploration and communicate on it, you'll be able to step on the wheel of fortune with positive momentum towards a victory. Okay, for some, a few of you, I do see like a warning against burnout here, and a warning against staying with your walls too up too long, to where you get like an adrenaline burnout. Okay, an adrenaline burnout, or you've have faced so many things that you've been just waiting for the tower to take or something like this. But if you have faced anything ugly or awful or really sad in the past few years, Leo, the advice here is to like keep taking steps away from that, away from waiting for like something bad to happen. If that is like, if you've been through any kind of trauma, okay, of any kind, I'm seeing that for some of you. On this advice here on what you can do to help or hinder this process is like, some of you need to walk away from the towers of the past to heal. All right, to stop waiting for something awful or expecting something awful from everyone around you or something of this sort. Okay, this is only for a few of you. All right, and because for those few, it's like you've lived on this battle or this wasteland where it's like a win at all costs, and you can only live like that for so long, you know, until it burns you out on the inside. Okay, so for a few of you, I see to turn right side up, you have to take steps towards victory to turn that back around. Okay, and I see some of you working on that diligently. Okay, and the advice from the universe for those of you that are to continue to take your steps away from that, away from, you know, if you have been through some sort of trauma or something like that, of expecting like, you know, a catastrophe to hit at any moment or something of this sort. Okay. And that your success will come in that. Okay. For the grand majority of you, I see this as wonderful. I see you doing inward reflection here, to explore and communicate on your options. Okay. Towards these new beginnings, exactly how, as I said them. Okay. And this is a transformative time for communications and all things Plutonian anyway. All right, because like I said, Mars just came off of a trine, you know, and is still in loose trine to Pluto, and Mars is trining Mercury, ruler of Gemini and Virgo. So I see these all as beneficial. Okay, I love you guys. I will see you later. I will see you for your general reads. I'm going to start the general reads with Virgo since it's their birthday month. Bye, Leo. Berg, happy birthday. I hope you guys are doing wonderful. I am starting out your new moon reading for the new moon, which takes place in Virgo at 4 degrees of Virgo, with the Ace of Pentacles, which was your starter leader card that I pulled on your mini TikTok reading that I promised to use as your starter card in here. Okay, I just started TikTok yesterday. Okay, and I posted a little small leader reading for every one of you guys and promised to use that as your overall energy leader card for this reading. I hope you guys are having a wonderful birthday month. I could not think of a better year to start off your birthday month with a new moon in Virgo. It's fabulous. That said, everybody's talking about how it squares Mars. It squares Mars, which is also has the same ruler as Virgo, and Mars is trining your ruler in Libra. So I see this as a good thing. I just see a lot of drive. Okay, sometimes Virgos can be a little bit shyer. Okay, I have a Virgo sun, so that doesn't mean anything, you know, but you can be sometimes a little bit quieter. You're the quiet worker. You're the, you know, you always do right by everybody. 6th house. You're always the caretaker. I feel like there's a strong drive to take care of yourself right now, Virgo. Okay, and to look out for your goals. And I feel like those goals are backed by an Ace of Pentacles. That is a new job, a new engagement, a new offer, a new something. Very, very big. A gift from the universe. I can't think of a better way to start out your birthday month than pulling the Ace of Pentacles for you guys on this new moon reading. Okay. So that said, I'm going to pull 5 cards in here. I will pull a couple. I'm not really doing clarifiers, but I have for some of the signs because I felt like they were necessary from some of the cards that I pulled. Okay. That said, I want my first card for Virgo. The Lovers. Gemini energy. Okay, this could be a divine connection. You guys, some of you guys may have a brand new beginning with somebody new on the horizon, okay, or coming towards you over the next 2 weeks. Some of you could have a decision to make in regards to work, okay, or a house, or something very tangible, okay? And you need to follow that Ace of Pentacles, because that is a gift from the universe, okay? On that, Two of Cups. The reason that the Lovers is here is the Two of Cups. Some of you guys may be moving in with someone, all right, or form a new relationship that you feel like can go the distance over the next 2 weeks. If somebody enters your life, I would say that it would be very fortuitous. Okay, this could be in work. This could be a work collaboration or partnership. This could be a new position. But if it is, there will be somebody very, very important to you in regards to it. Some of you need to make decisions. Okay, now you're pulling some major freaking arcana. Now you're pulling Strength card. Okay, that is going to be the outcome. If you do this, some of you may be scared. If you do this and you take hold of this new beginning, you're going to have the strength to do it. Okay, Virgo? I don't know what you got going on there, Virgity Virg, but all I can say is it is a time of major transformation, okay, because there is a trine from, a loose trine, but a trine nonetheless, from Mercury to Pluto, all right, and Pluto just came off of an exact trine with Mars, all right, and it's still in loose trine, so that's a grand trine in the sky. That's very supportive energy for massive transformation, deep conversations. If you work in anything to do with oration or communications, you should be able to really drive home new contracts right now, be a great orator, whatever it is, you know. You are ruled by the messenger of the gods, okay? And you were popping on me with that. You're like, yeah. Every time I do anybody that's like, ruled by Mercury and you guys aren't in retrograde, it's like you guys pop on me like crazy, or anybody else that has Mercury going through the sign. It's kind of funny. Anyways, you are pulling here. There is a major completion. It's like, I feel like some of you may be tired. Take care of your health. You will have the strength to do it. Okay, the Ten of Wands is here. Okay, that's a major completion. That's carrying all the wands to the castle. Okay, and the advice from the universe is to carry all the wands to the castle, Virgo. If you do, how will it change the outcome? Ten of Pentacles. So ultimate wealth and security, home, family card in the deck. That with the Ten of Cups would make me very happy for you, Virgo. For a wonderful year, okay? I could not think of a better new moon reading for your month. That said, I am going to pull a little bit here. I'm going to pull a couple. I'm going to pull, what else was I going to tell you? Oh, there are some, there is a grand square in the sky as well, okay? All right, between the, Father Time and Karma, and, which is Saturn in Aquarius, okay? And additionally, we have Uranus in Taurus, okay? We have Venus and Ceres and Leo, okay? So there may be a lot of mother issues simmering under the surface right now for you. What you find attractive in a, feminine figure, okay? Issues you've had with your own mother, things of this sort, and challenges there too may be like up for major transition. And this transition is why you're getting this, okay? And you're undergoing something pretty damn major right here. And then I'm pulling the end, mutable. I'm pulling mutable here with you guys. So I feel like whatever is started here is going to reach a major new cycle by winter. Okay. All right. I feel like some of you are communicators. Okay. You are pulling here for Aquarius as well. Okay. And Saturn is coming in here too. And Saturn is in Aquarius. Okay. Some of you, if you have Aquarius in your chart, or pay close attention to that, but Saturn always brings a reward, this, you know, so, you know, hone into your craft or whatever this is here. Whatever this is here. You need to hone into. I mean, release if you're feeling restrictions from others, okay? Towards this new beginning. You have to go after your own happiness, okay? You're going to have the strength to do it. Oh my God. Hold on, Virgo. Hold on. I'm going to, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. I can't even find my, what did you do to my cards? Stormy. That's Storm. Come here. Come here. Where's my thing? Virg, I'm back with you. I want one of these for you. Waterproof. I love this for you. I feel like you are waterproof right now. I feel like some of you have been through so much that it's like there's this feeling of, there's this saying my father used to say, like water off a duck's back. I feel like any flack that comes your way right now that gets in the way of this, because this is freaking gorgeous, okay? For those of you that are resonating with this, don't let anybody get in the way of this, okay? Not on your birthday month, not for your birthday year when this is a way to start out your year. I see, I feel like you're becoming waterproof, okay? To anybody that tries to bring you any pain, I feel like it's like water off a duck's back. Okay, hold on. Give me this Two of Cups here. This is beautiful energy. Happy birthday, Virgo. Princess of Pentacles, Four of Wands, and Eight of Cups. Some of you may have had prior marriages or major relationships, or somebody may be coming to you that's a divorcee or previously been in a live-in relationship or something like this, okay? Some of you may be making a choice to leave a major relationship or have to leave a major foundation or something to go after this new Ace of Pentacles and build a new foundation for yourself. I see you doing that, and I see it working out. Hold on, for those of you that resonate with that. Give me this Fortitude here. Communication, Ten of Swords, Sun in reverse. Yeah, there is something here. It's like the end of the unhappiness. There's going to be communication and movement coming in. Some of you may be traveling. Some of you may be traveling with a new mate, something of this sort, okay? Or somebody that, like, if you've been through another relationship that you overly mourned or has been dead done over for a long time, you're going to wrap it up. Okay, and it'll be the end of that situation. It's been a tough trek for some of you, but you have a new beginning here. What is this, Lovers? King of Cups, the Magician, and the Fool. Holy shit. Yeah, I feel like some of you may have literally a Gemini or another person with Virgo coming in. All right, I have a King of Cups here. There's a big fool's leap into a possible new relationship, or just taking a fool's leap here. All right, hold on. What is this? What is this Ten of Wands? Okay, and it's something you've manifested. Yeah. On the Ten of Wands, I get the Three of Cups, the Lovers, and the Ten of Cups. So I feel like some of you, again, it's been a heavy burden. Some of you have had another family scenario in the past or something of this sort that you've wrapped up, and you're going to have somebody new coming in, all right, for some of you, or the person you have coming in, it has been in a previous family relationship, something of this sort, or there's some sort of blended family scenario here. But whatever it is, it ends beautifully. And any problems that anyone tries to create to intercede with your new beginning, like water off a duck's back. Got it, Virg? Let me know how it goes. I'll be thinking of you.